Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Ammon, and hey, what's up everyone? My name is Ammon, and what you're about to watch is my farewell talk. And just in case you don't know what a farewell talk is, I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, otherwise known as Mormon. And I'm about to go on my mission for 2 years. And a farewell talk is generally where your family and friends come down, and during church, I give a talk. And a lot of my family and friends expressed that they wouldn't be able to come to my farewell talk. So I thought that I would take the time to give the talk again and record it. And while it's not as good as the real thing, it'll give you a taste of what it was, and you were missed. You really were. If by chance you are not a friend or a family member and somehow you found yourself watching this video, I welcome you to watch. If 2 or 3 minutes into the video you feel like I'm just some crazy Mormon guy that's speaking blasphemy, feel free to hit the back button and get out of there. But I don't think that's going to be the case, and I believe that the message that I'm conveying and sharing is universal with everyone and with every different religion there is. So please feel free to watch, and I appreciate your time in this, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in 2 years. Take care. Who would have ever thought that this day would come? I'm very grateful and honored for the opportunity to be surrounded by people of such high quality as yourselves. Many of you have had a profound impact upon my life, and I want to thank you for sharing your laughs, smiles, and tears with me. Before I begin, I pray that you will open your minds to the words that I have to say, and your hearts, that the Spirit may testify of the truth of the words that I speak. There are two extremely important and powerful things that I would like to share with you today that, if used correctly, will bring blessings to you and your family beyond anything that you could possibly ever imagine. As I was preparing my talk, I discovered that some mustard trees grow to be as tall as 20 feet. So you could basically take 4 of me, stack them upon each other, and that's how tall some of these trees can get. Yet, the mustard tree grows from a seed no bigger than a grain of rice. This is a lot like our faith in Heavenly Father and His Son, Jesus Christ. The Apostle Paul taught that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Sometimes when we talk about faith, we compare it to wind, as we cannot see wind, but we know that it's there. But today, I'd like to use electricity. We have some idea of how it works. We can explain it to a certain degree, but no one really knows exactly what it is. Yet every day, we enjoy the use of it. We use it to light a dark room, to keep us cool in the summer, and to keep us warm in the cold winters. So how do we obtain faith in our Heavenly Father and His Son, Jesus Christ? It all starts with a sincere desire to know our Heavenly Father, a desire for the blessings that come with the knowledge of the truth. It all starts with a single seed. We must be willing to hear the teachings from His servants and to keep an open heart to the words. But words alone will not transform you or give you blessings. We must take the time to water the tiny, fragile seed so that it may become a tall tree with strong roots. We must educate ourselves and search for God diligently. Through the Scriptures and through prayer, we can do this. I truly believe that every one of us can develop a personal relationship with our Heavenly Father and His Son, Jesus Christ, through prayer. Prayer is a two-way communication that, if given the opportunity, will lead to revelation to the truth and answers to questions that we seek. I would like to share with you 2 stories that I have had personally with prayer, and they serve as my testimony to the power of prayer through faith. Every year, the young men of our church go camping. We get together with all the young men from the surrounding LDS churches and go to a pre-designated camping site. The younger boys stay at what we call base camp and take part in activities such as water rafting, rock climbing, and other activities, while the older boys would go out on a 50-mile hike that is completed in the span of 5 days. These hikes would usually consist of wading through rivers, hiking over mountainous terrains, and the climatic point being the hiking of a mountain. All in all, they're pretty eventful hikes. It was my 4th and last time going on this hike, and I was asked to be the youth leader of the group I was in. In each group, there were a couple adult leaders as well as the youth leader. There were 5 other groups besides the one that I was in, all consisting of between 10 and about 15 young men in each one. The main goal of these hikes was definitely to obtain spiritual experiences, but climbing the mountain was always the focal point to these hikes. So all the groups set out on different paths to the same mountain. And every day at certain points, the leaders of each group would use walkie-talkies to contact each other to see how everyone from the other groups were doing. Now I remember, after 3 days of hiking, the adults leaders pulled me aside as we were packing up our tents and getting ready for another day of hiking, and told me that they, or any of the other groups, had been unable to make any contact with one of the groups. They first blamed us on the canyons that surrounded us, but after being continuously hit by abnormally late snowstorms, and all the other groups turning back because they felt it was too dangerous to continue, they feared the worst for this group that had disappeared. The adult leaders present to me turned to me and told me that it would be up to me whether we would continue or turn around. Now, being 17 years old, I felt that this was a lot of pressure to be putting on someone so young. But we knelt in prayer and asked for the wisdom and the guidance to make the right decision. And we prayed that the lost group would be protected and that no harm would come upon them. After the prayer, I was told that I should take 15 minutes alone to ponder the right decision. And as I was walking, different men, my friends, came to me and, guessing what was happening, asked if we would turn around. I remember I was leaning against a tree, looking into a river that ran through the area that we had camped in for the night, and everywhere I looked was covered with snow. I remember feeling a little doubtful of myself to make the right decision. But as I was staring into the running water, this warm calmness came over me, and a clear decision formed in my mind. One of the leaders walked up beside me, and before he could voice his question, I told him that I and another leader would run ahead, scouting the way. We would use walkie-talkies to keep in contact with them, and that they would follow slowly behind us. And so I and one of the adult leaders there took everything we didn't need from our packs and took off in a slow run. It wasn't until about 3 miles later that we began to climb over the side of a mountain. And we knew then that there was no way that our group would be able to continue as there was too much snow. But we put on our ice cleats and, using ice picks, we climbed over the side of the mountain. And when we reached the top, the sight took my breath away. We were at the highest point for miles around, and everywhere I looked, the valleys and the mountains were covered in white snow, and the sun had just finished rising, and the snow sparkled like billions of diamonds in its light. The leader I was with picked up his radio to tell the group that we would not be able to continue and that we had to turn around. But when he picked up his radio, we heard a small voice break through, asking if there was anyone there, saying they were lost and needed help. Holding the walkie-talkie, the leader responded, and after about a minute, we learned that we had finally made contact with the group that had disappeared.